Super Bowl Sunday finally here. The New England Patriots are looking to take their Vince Lombardi trophy, while the Philadelphia Eagles are hoping to make history with their very first. Wendy Woolfolk is live outside US Bank Stadium. Wendy, are a lot of people that are from out of town getting a jolt of reality out there? It's pretty cold, right?
Pretty cold is an understatement. Good morning, Julia. You know, this Super Bowl is going to go down on record as the coldest in history, but fans are fired up no matter what the temperature. Despite the snow and plummeting temperatures, fans packed the streets to celebrate Super Bowl 52.
This is perfect. Couldn't ask for a better day than this.
I wish it was be playing outside in this football weather.
Even the hometown favorites have something to cheer about.
Our stadium made the Super Bowl.
And these lifelong Eagles fans wouldn't have missed it no matter what the location.
Once in a lifetime. We're not here like New England every year.
Details like ticket prices, no match for team loyalty.
$3,500 and I spent my wedding and honeymoon money to come here.
Quite a risk for what's expected to be an even matchup.
It's the two best teams that made it, so they both have worked hard to get it.
But still confident and unapologetic for their team's Super Bowl record.
Let's go! Let's go!
Because we're hungry. You know, we want it. The city wants it. We want it. It's our year.
Only a few more hours until we find out who takes home this year's bragging rights. Granted, the game is going to be inside, but organizers are warning anyone who is coming down to US Bank Stadium to bundle up because of the tighter security. You're going to have long waits outside. Live in Minneapolis, I'm Wendy Woolfolk. Julia, back to you.
I didn't even think about that. And Wendy, are you seeing more Patriots fans or more Eagles fans out there? Who's coming?
You know what? It took a little while for both sideline fans to get here with the Patriots and the Eagles. I would say it's about 50-50, Julia. But the largest amount of fans we've seen, of course, the hometown favorites of the Minnesota Vikings. They really wanted to take the Super Bowl turf this year inside their very own stadium. Unfortunately, not going to happen. Maybe next season.
I have a friend there saying it feels like you're hosting a wedding for your ex. So I know how they feel. Thanks so much. The time right now is 6:13 this Sunday morning. A lot still ahead on Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4. Coming up, how to stay healthy this flu season and why children are getting hit so hard. Plus, we have meteorologist Josh Worster next with your full storm team forecast. Taking a look outside at Capitol Drive. Oof, looks like those roads still aren't fully cleaned up, but you can understand the snow's still coming down. We just took a live look outside of Capitol Drive, and it looks pretty bad out there. You can understand, though, they're doing the best they can.
Oh, of course, and obviously their focus is going to be the interstates at this point, but when the snow comes down for this long and it's this heavy, you just can't keep up with it and keep roads clear, even if you're out there 24/7 around the clock. So, yeah, that's Capitol Drive. You see quite a bit of snow-covered roadways there. People driving pretty slow, which is good. That's what you need to do as snow continues to fall. So, since about midnight, most reports from around the area were about 2 to 4 inches. Now, again, keep in mind, we've been snowing now for about 6 inches or 6 hours past that, so that will continue to add snowfall to those numbers. We got a little slow start through Racine and Kenosha County, so that will cut back on numbers just a touch, but I still think most of us will fall into that 3 to 5 inch range. That's what we were expecting when everything is said and done. At midnight, we had a few reports around 4 inches near West Bend and Oconomowoc, so those areas could pick up maybe a little bit more than the 5 inch mark, closer to 6, but again, pretty decent snowfall, probably snow lovers rejoicing. But here's the back edge of that, moving through the Dells into Fond du Lac right now. The heavy snow is out of Fond du Lac, it's out of Beaver Dam, it's out of Sheboygan. Right now moving through Port Washington, West Bend over to Oconomowoc, just on the edge of Brookfield, and then so that's the second band. Then that first band into downtown Milwaukee right now and over to West Allis. So if you're out and about this morning, take it easy because A, we have snow on the roads, and B, it's still snowing. But you can see where it is heavy snow with reduced visibility is down to almost 0 in Port Washington. 1 mile, the current visibility in Waukesha, 0 in Whitewater, 1.3 in West Bend, and to about 3/4 of a mile in Beaver Dam. So the falling snow creating visibility issues this morning. Then this afternoon, after the snow stops, the blowing snow will create some visibility issues as the winds pick up. Now, as far as temperatures, we've hit our high temperatures for today. Those were into the 20s early on this morning while most of us were sleeping, and now we're falling. That snow being replaced with the cold air. 12 in West Bend as well as Sheboygan. It feels like it's 6 below. 8 below is what it feels like in Fond du Lac, and 9 degrees below zero the wind chill right now in Beaver Dam. So if you head out to shovel this morning to clear off your driveway, you have to bundle up because not only do you have to clear the snow, but it's plenty cold as well. Here's future forecast. Notice 6 o'clock is still snowing. We knew that. We saw the radar picture. 7 o'clock, it's still snowing. So we'll have this around for the next couple hours yet, but once it moves out of here, it moves out pretty quickly. Maybe a couple of flurries still around 11 o'clock, but I think for the most part, accumulating snow for all of us is done by 10 o'clock. Obviously a lot earlier through Fond du Lac and Sheboygan County. You can already see that clearing line taking hold. Lake effect snow probably confined to very minimal areas as we watch this band. If it does wobble just a touch, but I really am not expecting much in terms of lake effect snow. Winds turn to the northwest, bringing colder air for tonight and also clear out the skies. So if you're heading out for Super Bowl plans tonight, bundle up. It'll be cold. Here's 7 o'clock, a screaming northwest wind, clear skies, and cold temperatures, creating not only cold air temperatures, but those bitter cold wind chills as well. So future snowfall, this is on top of what has already fallen up to this point, about another inch. So we added about an inch to 2 yet since midnight as this last 2 bands have rolled through the areas. Winter weather advisory continues. First of all, for the falling snow this morning, where we've added about another 1 to 2 inches, about 1 left. And then blowing snow and reduced visibilities becomes the factor, the big factor as we go throughout the afternoon hours. Today we've hit our high temperatures. We'll continue to see those fall through the afternoon. North winds 15 to 25, making it feel close to zero. Air temperatures in the teens most of the afternoon. Tonight we're down to zero. Wind chills 5 to 15 below. So bundle up as you head out to work on your Monday morning. A little clipper system on Monday night will bring snow late, generally an inch or less for most of us. Sunny for Tuesday and cold, a few flurries Wednesday and Thursday, and Friday looks like we could be dealing with another round of accumulating snow. Obviously 6 days out at this point, so we'll be watching that. The biggest story this morning when you head out, take it slow on the roads because a lot of those still snow covered.
Yeah, it was really slippery. Was it slippery for you coming in?
It was, yeah, plenty of slick spots this morning.
Me too. Thanks so much. A busy season at doctors' offices with families across the country dealing with this flu emergency. But why are children being hit so hard in particular? Maya Rodriguez looked into it.
Hi, girls.
It's a never-ending stream of young patients for Dr. Alana Ginsberg. The top concern, the flu.
Okay, done. We have doctors working extra shifts just to accommodate the volume of patients that we need to see and help.
This flu season hitting children hard. 53 deaths so far, 15 in just the past week, leaving parents like Corrine Valentin worried. Her son, 12-year-old Nicholas, got his shot.
He had a little bit of couple of symptoms, just wanted to make sure he was okay.
Why do you think this flu season has been so hard on children?
Children are particularly vulnerable because they're younger. They're not as developed yet. They're counting on someone to recognize signs and symptoms.
Symptoms like a runny nose, headache, cough, sore throat, chills, muscle aches, vomiting, fever, and a lack of appetite. 80% of the children who died this flu season did not have the flu shot. Health officials insist there is still time to get one. Across the country, flu clinics seeing long lines for shots, from Connecticut to Florida to Oklahoma at a drive-through. For parents, it brings a need for constant vigilance.
It makes you nervous as a parent, and you want to put your kid in a little bubble.
Trying to protect them from a threat that's not over yet. Maya Rodriguez, NBC News, Hollywood, Florida.
Tough for all the families out there. Coming up on Live at Daybreak, the countdown begins. We're gearing up for the Winter Olympic Games, too. That's still ahead on Live at Daybreak, plus a high honor. The ex-Green Bay star getting a nod for the Hall of Fame. Now, the live look outside, you can see the roads are covered with snow in Waukesha. Wow. And it's still coming down right here in Milwaukee. Josh will take a look at what the traffic looks like in the hours ahead coming up.
Good morning and welcome back. Here's a look outside right now. You see flashing lights, I think, from the plows, maybe in the background there, but a lot of snow-covered streets around the area all across southeast Wisconsin, and snow continues to fall. As you see on radar behind me, plenty of those purple and blue shades out there leading to some heavy snow. This is the last push of heavy snow across the area, but could add another inch to maybe up to 2 as this continues to roll out of the area. So plan on that and then maybe bust out the shovel when everything is said and done. It is leading to slow go on the roads. Here's a look at your traffic conditions yet early this morning. Most of the area doing all right, but as we look at DOT traffic cameras, plenty of snow-covered roads. We saw one from Moreland in 94. It was snow-covered. Plenty of them doing all right, though, so hard to classify it one way or the other. Just take it easy, slow down as you're out on the roads this morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Rod Burks for Daybreak Sports for you on this Sunday morning. Yesterday, former Packers guard Jerry Kramer got the news he's been waiting for years. He finally gets voted in to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. The 82-year-old former Packers guard was a finalist 10 times before he finally got in yesterday. He becomes the 13th member of the Packers dynasty team to get voted into the Hall of Fame in Canton. He played for the Packers from 1958 to 1968, and he had that famous block in the Ice Bowl that opened up the hole that got Bart Starr into the end zone for the game-winning touchdown against the Cowboys in the 1967 championship game. Here's Kramer on getting in.
It beats Christmas. It beats birthdays. I don't know of any other days that have ever been better. I was right on the edge of giving up. I think after the clock hit 4, or maybe 4 or 5 after 4, I'm going, not going to happen this year. They're going to go on by. So when we heard that thunderous knocking on the door that Mr. Baker's one of his favorite tricks, then you knew it was him. There wasn't any question about the knock.
How about Marquette and Providence yesterday, first half? Marquette on a 13-0 run. Sam Hauser with a tough bucket inside. Golden Eagles up 1 at the break. Second half, Andrew Rousey with a great ball fake. He gets open, knocks down the jumper. Golden Eagles up 4. But Providence turned it up a notch. Tyron Cartwright hits a jumper that put the Friars up 68-57 with 4:33 remaining. The Golden Eagles battle their way all the way back. 6 seconds left in the game. Howard hits the jumper. Marquette down 77-75, down 2, last chance for the Golden Eagles, but Howard is stripped by Cartwright. Providence holds on to beat Marquette yesterday, 77-75. And the Bucks will play the Nets today, and you can watch Super Bowl 52 right here on today's TMJ4 Today. That's your Daybreak Sports. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks, Rod. U.S. skiing superstar Lindsey Vonn is red hot heading into the 2018 Winter Olympics in South Korea. Vonn captured, get this, her 80th career world title cup with a victory in the women's downhill skiing event. Oh, it's so hard on your knees. This happened in Germany yesterday. She beat her rival from Italy by 0.02 seconds. Coming up on Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4, more Hollywood scandals, 2 more actresses speaking out about more sexual misconduct issues. Plus, we're following the snow falling this morning. Wow, it's coming down at a pretty good clip right here on Capitol Drive. More coming up.
Right now, from Milwaukee, this is today's TMJ4, Live at Daybreak.
At 6:31, we are in winter overdrive this morning. Good morning to you. I'm Julia Fellow. You're waking up to more snow falling and a blanket of snow this morning. Let's head over to meteorologist Josh Worster with a check of your forecast. Josh, the weather is going to be lasting like this for quite some time.
It is, Julia. This is the last push of heavy snow, so it'll be out of here by probably the mid-morning time frame. But if you have shoveled the driveway, this will add probably another quick inch or so on top of what's already fallen out there. You see a little pocket of some heavier snow right around the Hale right now, also out to 94, Brookfield over towards Oconomowoc. So again, decent amount of snow, reduced visibilities. This will pile up on the roads once again, so take it easy. Not only snow-covered side streets, but also interstates as well. The plows are out. They're working hard. This is a lot of snow to keep up with. As we zoom out, here's the good news. Here's the back edge of that. So Fond du Lac, you're about done with the snow already. A couple light snow showers out there right now, but the heaviest already to the southeast of Highway 151 out of Beaver Dam, moving into Oconomowoc. Port Washington and West Bend, you're kind of on the edge of the heavy snow right now, so it will all be wrapping up as we go throughout the morning time frame. Winter weather advisory does continue until noon today for the blowing snow this morning, and then the winds pick up, and the blowing snow becomes a factor later on this afternoon. So take it easy on the roads all day today, especially if you're heading out later on for any Super Bowl plans. And we'll take a look at a forecast for those of you heading out for Super Bowl plans coming up in a few minutes. But we mentioned snow-covered roads this morning. Lauren Winfrey out there on Brady Street this morning. And Lauren, a lot of snow behind you.
Yeah, Josh, you mentioned the blowing snow, and it is blowing, and it is cold out here. We were out here with a few people. We had some friends out here shoveling snow, blowing snow around, but it's pretty quiet out here right now. I think people have gone back inside. Maybe they're resting up so they can finish the job a little later. Some cars on the road. People are driving pretty carefully, and you kind of have to, because as you mentioned, those roads are definitely snow covered. We know that DPW has been working around the clock to ensure our safety, but it's pretty bad out here. So people, you got to be careful. DPW is asking everyone to just slow down, take your time when you're getting to your destination. Make sure you're planning your commute so you aren't rushing to get anywhere. And if you see those salt trucks out on the street, make sure you're giving them room so they can do their job and make these streets just a little bit safer for all of us. So just be careful when you're out here. We're still on Brady Street right now, reporting live to you. Lauren Winfrey, today's TMJ4.
Yeah, a lot of work people got to do this morning, as you said, Lauren, and really low visibility. Thanks so much. As the snow accumulates, go to TMJ4.com for live radar and interactive maps and any other weather information you need. Milwaukee police have arrested another young man. We've just learned, and more connections to that retail theft in our area. 17-year-old Devontae Thompson now in custody. He's among the group of 4 suspects dubbed as the Paper Team, which police say they brag about their criminal activity on social media. Surveillance video captured 2 of those suspects stealing from a store at the Mayfair collection and attacking 2 employees in the parking lot just last month. 17-year-old was also arrested. Police are looking for 2 other men. 2 more actresses we've just learned this morning about the issue of sexual misconduct. They're speaking out. It's Uma Thurman now making allegations against Harvey Weinstein, and Halle Berry reacting to allegations by other women against her former manager. Morgan Radford has a story.
From Catwoman to Bondwoman. After a Washington Post report cited 9 women accusing her former manager, Vincent Cirincione, of sexual harassment dating back to the 1990s. Berry posted saying she's livid, alleging he used her to lure and manipulate innocent, vulnerable women of color for his predatory actions.
In Hollywood, it's already a super competitive industry, no matter what your background is, but especially so for women of color. He would dangle her achievements and her success as a carrot in front of them.
Berry told the Post she cut ties with Cirincione 3 years ago, but Pepper Chambers, one of his accusers, says he used Berry as leverage.
He mentions Halle's name quite a bit. Women, the actors, hope that Vincent will be the one that will then, he will take them on and then provide access to success.
No criminal or legal actions have been taken against Cirincione. His representative referred NBC to his prior statement, saying that not one of those relationships were anything but consensual.
I've learned.
This comes as actress Uma Thurman spoke to the New York Times, saying that filmmaker Harvey Weinstein physically assaulted her and also used her success to lure aspiring actresses, saying all these lambs walked into slaughter. Weinstein has denied all allegations and no criminal charges have been brought against him. A denial, as more powerful voices say Me Too. Morgan Radford, NBC News, New York.
At 6:36, back to our Super Bowl coverage. How could we forget about this? Millions of fans will head to Super Bowl 52 today for the game. Thousands just are going to be inside, but millions are apparently headed there. While you can't necessarily put a price tag on experience, some fans are dishing out big bucks to watch it in person at the U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. We saw thousands lined up inside the StubHub Fieldhouse yesterday to pick up their tickets and passes to the game. I'm jealous. The big game between the Philadelphia Eagles and New England Patriots is today. Coverage starts at 11 o'clock. The game kicks off at 5:30 right here on today's TMJ4. Stick around after for the brand new episode of This Is Us, a huge episode. Then more local news after that. At 6:37 this Sunday morning, we have a lot still ahead on Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4. If you're looking forward to the commercials more than the Super Bowl because your green and gold won't be on the field this year, we'll give you a sneak peek of some of the ads that you'll see game day at 6:50. Another live look outside. That's another story of the day. It looks like we have a man standing out there. The really low visibility, you can tell. Many people have their high beams on. That's good. And fog lights. It's pretty tough out there to see and to drive in.
Good morning and welcome back to a snowy Milwaukee. Snow-covered roads, snow currently falling, and what is falling right now is heavy snow, but the good news, this is the end of it. As this moves out, we are done with the snow, at least for now. A quick break from the snow. We'll talk about the Super Bowl forecast. That's the other big thing happening today. 4 degrees kickoff temperature in Minneapolis. And obviously, it'll be quite a bit colder by the end of the game. Forecast for the end of the game is 3 below 0, feeling like 20 below 0. So maybe a good thing if you're staying home. If you are staying home, going to a Super Bowl party, maybe temperatures falling through the teens and eventually single digits by the end of the game. Factor in the wind, it will feel like 0 at the beginning, 10 below as you head home from any Super Bowl festivities later tonight. So certainly bundle up. We'll talk more about the snow, timeout when it's out of here, and how much we can expect when it's all said and done, Julia, coming up at about 6:45.
Oh my goodness, it's going to be so terrible out there to walk outside. It's your last chance, though, to head outside to Lake Geneva Winterfest. Bundle up, though, if you're thinking about checking it out today. A reminder, don't park on the lake. It is banned after this scene from 2016. The video from our Chopper 4 went national after several cars fell through the ice. Winterfest 2018 going on in Lake Geneva through today. A Bloody Mary toast is getting a lot of attention today. For the 3rd year in a row, a Great Lakes Farmers Market is looking to get the record of having the most people gathered for a Bloody Mary toast. It's happening today in Racine. The number to beat is 2,457 people. The official toast starts at noon. And looking ahead, if you like cold fishing, ice fishing, I think we meant right in there. Lake Winnebago is where you want to be next. So next weekend, there's going to be the start of Sturgeon Spearing. The Sturgeon Spectacular features snow sculpting competitions and parties on February 9th and runs through the 11th. Coming up on Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4, if you're like me, when you watch a Super Bowl, you look forward to all the new commercials. Coming up next on Live at Daybreak, we'll show you some of the ones you'll see during the big game tonight. Fans getting excited for the game today, but take a listen to some of the Eagles fans on those flights.
Eagles fly, score touchdown, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the videos came from 2 separate flights where fans showed they were ready to take on the Patriots tonight.
They are rowdy. Hershey's Chocolate World Attraction Pennsylvania unveiled a new life-size sculpture. It's made entirely of chocolate, milk chocolate. The Sweetest Place on Earth kicked off its month-long chocolate-covered February with unveiling of a new exhibit. What you're looking at is a 200-pound sculpture depicting the Hershey's founder. It'll be on display through the end of the month.
So never mind the New Year's resolution to lose weight. I will take the entire human chocolate statue. The Spice Girls announced they will be reuniting. The announcement came almost 20 years after the band first formed. The group said in a statement that they enjoyed catching up and reminiscing about the times they spent together. This would not be their first reunion, though. The group previously toured Europe and the U.S., performing all of their greatest hits.
So some people might be angry, Spice, today when they get behind the wheel because there's going to be so much.
See what you did there?
It's going to be so slippery. It's kind of frustrating out there.
Roads are rough this morning. Obviously, plows are out, but snow is still coming down and heavy snow at times. Take a look at the radar picture right now. Moving right into downtown Milwaukee, we have a good burst of some heavy snow. So here it is on radar. This is the past hour looped here, and you see some of those darker blue and purple shades. That's heavier snow. We'll zoom in here. Oconomowoc, Brookfield, just edging into Waukesha right now. Plan on some slow go, reduced visibilities with some heavy snow as we travel down 94, right through downtown Milwaukee, Miller Park, West Allis, over to the Greenfield. Basically all 4 major interchanges right now dealing with a pretty good dose of snow. And this will add about another inch on top of what's already fallen by the time it slides out. You can tell where the heavy snow is. 0, the visibility in Port Washington, 1 in downtown Milwaukee at the airport, down to 0 in Whitewater as well, and 1.5 from Fond du Lac to Beaver Dam. Visibility going to be an issue all day today. First, the falling snow, and then later on this afternoon, it's the blowing snow. And temperatures have been falling as the cold air replaces the snow as it slides out. Our high temperature today was in the 20s. That was early on this morning. You probably missed it. And now we're cooling down. 17 the temperature in Milwaukee, 12 in Waukesha. But if you're heading out to shovel, bundle up. It feels like it's 4 degrees below 0 in both West Bend and Sheboygan. 8 below is what it feels like right now in Beaver Dam. And the winds, the wind chill, and blowing snow, all a big factor all day today. Notice on future forecasts, snow with us till 7, but then it quickly exits. I think by 10 o'clock, we're all snow free outside of a couple of flurries, but this isn't the accumulating snow. The accumulation's done by 10 o'clock. Notice the winds, though, 15 to 25 miles an hour, could see gusts to 30 at times. So blowing snow, a huge factor. Wind chill, a huge factor for the day today. 3 o'clock, we continue to scour out the clouds. Winds stay gusty. Snow keeps blowing. Wind chill, still a big factor by 3 o'clock. And if you're heading out to any Super Bowl events later on today, it's still windy, skies are clear, and that's some bitter cold air working its way in. So it's going to be cold in Minneapolis, colder than here, but you know what we have here is nothing to sneeze at either. It will be pretty cold. So future snowfall, this is on top of what has already fallen, about another inch, maybe up to 1.5 inches in some of those heavier pockets. So maybe wait another couple hours yet before you head out to shovel if you want to get it all in one time. Winter weather advisory continues. All of the counties in purple here. This goes until noon today. Another 1 to 2 inches. That was earlier on this morning. I think what's left is probably about another inch for most of us. Maybe a few spots getting close to 1.5 inches. Then the blowing snow, as we really pick up the winds, that will reduce visibilities all the way into the afternoon hours. So if you're traveling for Super Bowl events, obviously plows will be out trying to clear the roads as best as possible. Some of them might be drifting back over with some of the snow showers, and obviously all of the roads snow covered, so it will take some time to get those all cleared off. 22, the high temperature today. Again, that happened. Most of the afternoon is down into the teens, but it will feel close to 0 with the wind chills this afternoon. Those north winds 15 to 25 could gust to about 30 at times. Tonight, the air temperature falls to 0. Wind chills 5 to 15 below with those west winds. 5 to 15 miles per hour. Snow lovers, you're going to love this pattern. Another little clipper system on Monday. That one's not big. Generally about 1 inch of snow, heavier amounts along the state line. Sunshine and a few flurries for Wednesday into Thursday, and then another round of accumulating snow likely for Friday. Julia, we'll keep tabs on that through the week ahead.
Thanks so much, Josh. It's game day. A lot of people are just excited about those commercials as they are for the Super Bowl. We are lucky enough to have with us ad man in studio, Garth Kramer with Belter & Lincoln Marketing Communications to talk about what's hot in commercial trends this year. So we have a sneak peek of 3 commercials. So before we talk to him, we're going to show you the first one, Budweiser.
Light will see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't.
I'm already sad. Yeah, so what is that one?
So Budweiser, like a lot of advertisers this year, are putting out kind of socially conscious messages, you know, and this one highlights their hurricane relief efforts, putting canned water out to different hurricane victims, you know, really tying the brand to what their customers care about, sharing their values. So.
And no Clydesdales.
No, you know, there's Budweiser's always been great storytellers, and I think this is a really great example of that, you know, kind of telling the story of these workers who are dedicated and they care about the same things you care about, and putting that socially conscious message out.
Next one, Skittles.
Is this really a scene from the new Skittles Super Bowl ad that only one single person gets to watch?
I guess you'll never.
What is that?
So this is really funny. Skittles, they're actually not going to air a spot during the commercial or during the commercials during the Super Bowl. They're creating one commercial to show to one person, and they're going to Facebook Live that during the Super Bowl. But they say that nobody else will see it. So these are teasers promoting what could be the commercial.
Because it's just going to be really bizarre, so you'll see someone's face going, what?
Right, but it's very on brand with what Skittles has done in the past, you know, silly, irreverent, bizarre. They know their audience.
And
so.
They get the buzz.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a perfect example of extending out that Super Bowl buzz.
And next one is Doritos versus Mountain Dew.
Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away. Better know that I don't and I won't ever stop. Cause you know I gotta win every day. She didn't really wanna pop me. Just know that you will never flop me. And I know that I gotta be a little cocky.
Yes, I love that guy from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, this is really, you know, using Peter Dinklage and you'll see coming up here, Morgan Freeman. PepsiCo did a really brilliant thing. They own both the Doritos brand and the Mountain Dew brand, so they're kind of co-branding this as these, you know, Pepsi or Mountain Dew Ice and Pepsi Blaze kind of go well together. It's not only a good commercial, but it's a good branding effort. It's a smart kind of company finding synergy with multiple brands.
And finding famous people, I see, out of the three.
Yeah, I mean, celebrities, you're going to find this every year with Super Bowls. This isn't the first year. This won't be the last year. You'll see these two, Morgan Freeman and Peter Dinklage. Matt Damon is speaking on behalf of Stella Artois. Tiffany Haddish, Cindy Crawford is going to reprise a role in a Pepsi spot.
That's one I want to see, the Pepsi one, because it's going to do a nod through all the ages of Pepsi. So
right. So
cool.
Celebrity, that's an every year theme that we're going to see.
Thank you so much for coming up with us, and also you came in from Oconomowoc, right?
Yes.
How's the weather from there?
It's miserable out there.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
okay.
Don't drive if you don't have to.
You heard it from him. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Garth. We have a lot still ahead on Live at Daybreak, and we'll take a final look outside. You're watching Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4.